My name is Phoebe Thomas, and I'm your commentator for today. Well, actually, like every other day. But today, we are racing around France in the Phoenix Racing League. It is going to be round 6, season 6, round 11. It is the second last race, and there are only 2 people who are going to be able to win the championship. It is either RC or it is either Apentrots. Apentrots needs 26 points and a sprint race. No, he needs 26 points, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure. He needs 26 points for him to be able to win the championship. We've got 2 more races and a sprint race, which also counts for full points. RC might not be able to make next race, which is a sprint. Today he is in the lobby. Let's see if Apentrots is gonna get there today. It would be great to see RC crash out, or like at least get lower points than Apentrots, and then it will be a 2021 Lewis Hamilton Verstappen battle, you know, all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get everything up right now. Blah 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 blah. This is always struggling. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, we had an unfortunate thing. There is not going to be a standings. Unfortunately, there has been some technical issues.
Okay.
Ignore the fact that it still looks very great in my race overview later on. Well, when I'm commentating, of course. But those are the results from Abu Dhabi. Azerbaijan, which was not previous race, but the race before. So we'll just use those ones. It is what it is, right? So let's get straight into the previous race where we saw Apentrots win in Abu Dhabi, and we had DRL Mike in P2 and DRL CF Faulkner in P3. It was a crazy race with a lot of things happening, but we also saw a lot of overtakes happen, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful. So, oh, it seems to be a full qualifying. Alright. That's interesting. But we're gonna have a full qualifying, and that's not according to my calculations. Shit. Yeah, alright, let's ignore that fact. Let's talk a little bit more about the track information, as we're going to be driving around France today. The population is going to be around 65 million people, with the first Grand Prix being in 1971. The most Grand Prix won on this track was by Schumacher. He has won 8 in total. Then we will have a quality record of a 128.3. There has been a qualifying of 58 seconds, but that was a different layout and all that stuff. Also stuff like 1 minute and 15 seconds and all that. But I was not going to use that because it's not the original track layout, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay then.
And then we've got a lap record of a 132.7, which is actually not too bad either. And we might be able to see that getting beaten today. I do think these guys are able to do that, especially RC, maybe Apentrots. We've got a new driver. Well, not a new driver to us, as Intrinsic is already a guy we see in multiple leagues we're commentating on. But today he's going to be racing in the Phoenix Racing League. He is a reserve driver, so I wonder what he's going to be able to perform here for us today. Well, let's go straight over to the track layout. Oh, I didn't say it yet. The circuit is called Paul Ricard. Oui, quand je parle un peu de français, tu me comprends, oui, pourquoi pas, mais no, that's not going to be it. My French exam is only in 2 days, so let's not focus on that. We're going to be talking English today, which is, my opinion, the better language for me. I wouldn't say it's better than Dutch, since Dutch is my home language, well, my mother tongue. But English, I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. Getting a little bit more fluent, getting a little bit more... To know more words, you know. It is very important to know your vocabulary in English. And I'm getting there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, Circuit Paul Ricard, 27 laps, as it is going to be a full qualifying with a 50% race. Best overtaking opportunities to happen in turn 1, turn 6, turn 8, and the sector 2 straight. So you actually have 2 sector 2 straights. Well, you've got the long one with the DRS. And then you also have that little one going into sector 3 where you have that long right-hander. You've got a circuit length of 5.8 kilometers and a total race distance of 157 kilometers. The track, one lap doesn't take too long. It is 1 minute and 32. It is a little bit longer than the Singapore Grand Prix of yesterday, where we saw a lot of carnage, but I don't expect there to be a lot of safety cars because there's a lot of runaway room here around France. Your tires are gonna get fucked though, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going straight into the strategy prediction.
Okay, guys,
My
be
one
aware,
and
the car's
only
ready to go.
strategy prediction. You know, I just took two good strategies and then 2 a little bit less strategies. Medium, hard, mediums. There's not going to be a safety car, or only one due to a stupid crash or something like that in sector 3. But apart from that, I mean, you've got so much runaway room and all that stuff, so I don't think there's going to be a safety car, maybe because of some stupid thing happening on track. But of course, then you can easily go from mediums to hards during the race, because I don't think there's going to be like multiple safety cars. If that's the case, I wouldn't go for example, starting on the softs, going out to mediums, ending on mediums, all that stuff. That's not really it. And then, of course, you can go from soft to hards, as the tire degradation rate is not that high, but there is some kind of tire overheating probability, so if you would go in the softs, just make sure you're not crashing, as that might ruin a lot of these guys' race. And also we saw yesterday the Prince going on to soft tires at the beginning of the race, and he was actually doing not too bad, so we might be able to see the same thing here around France. Yeah, that's for the drivers to decide, of course. Let's go straight into the predictions. As I said already, it's not going to be a standing review, as we don't have the standings of last week. No, don't know what to say. I don't know who to go for. Apendrex was not looking fast around France, he told me. Apparently it's not Lee Craig's favorite track either, so I'm going with RC in P1, and Transic in P2, and Tetsky Beard in P3. Biggest winner is going to be Tetsky Beard, the biggest loser is going to be Apendrex. That's my predictions of tonight, and then I've got something new for you guys. This is it. This is something I already used yesterday, but it was for another week. And right now I'm using this for the new week, well, this week. And you guys probably haven't seen it yet, but it looks nice. I quite like it. I bought it actually for you guys, so I hope you're happy with it. It wasn't that expensive though, so don't worry about it. Look at the quality. Oh, that looks so perfect. Oh, it's so perfect. Oh my days, this quality is looking magnificent. It's looking way better than my other streams, in my opinion. It's looking so smooth and all that stuff. Yes. I'm gonna have a quick look at my other streams. I mean, it's only Q1, so there's not a lot of things happening Q1 anyway, so I'm gonna have a quick look of my stream of yesterday to see what the difference is. This quality is looking worse. It's looking worse. This is looking way better. I'm happy with it. I found the right settings. Now I can just scroll over everything and all that stuff. So, not too bad. We like the battle. No idea what battle he is talking about, but...
Okay, copy that.
Oh, guys. I've got something new to tell you. Apparently it's gonna rain during the race. So it's gonna be an even longer stream. Woohoo! RC with the fastest lap already. Where is he? In transit. He is still in the pit, so let's not focus on that. We've got the Ferrari driver, John Holmes. I think I know him from somewhere, but I can't remember where. It might be the South African League. I remember his name. Or it might be... Oh, I think I know him where. I know where he's from. I think he's from a league that I joined that kicked me for some dumb reason. That might be it. Seems like there is a yellow flag caused by the Alfa Romeo driver in sector 3. He came into the pits immediately as John Holmes is on a fast lap and is taking every curve. And we should take them. Oh, look at this beautiful lineup. Absolutely amazing by the Ferrari driver as he comes across the last couple of corners. Oh my days, he's taking these corners beautifully. This is going to be a good lap though. I don't think he's going to beat RC, because I think RC is just using hacks or something, even on the PlayStation. Oh, John Holmes, P2, 132.1. He's 1 second off RC's time, so I don't know where RC is getting that time from. But he is just mental, guys, and I'm so scared for my actual King of League event, because this guy is too fast and he's gonna be... Oh, this team is looking amazing. Because we've got, in the King of Leagues, right, we've got Darkside Racing, which is actually the league of, where is he? Naismith here. Daryl Naismith. Also, C. Faulkner. He's also the owner there, but those guys are attending. And then we've got Syndicate Racing, who are new, because Rogue Racing pulled out, unfortunately. I don't think they had the pace anyways, doesn't really matter. We're gonna ignore the fact that they were the smallest league. So I mean, we're just getting scared of the other ones, you know? It is what it is. You've got to start somewhere, but apparently they didn't start, they didn't want to start with us. I mean, you know, it's their decision, and it still hurts me deep inside, you know, because I've done a lot of things for them. They decided to pull out, so.
Near Cousins, what's that like?
The Chinese shop, it's alright. Like, it's not too
The
bad.
driver on fast lap right now, Lee Greg. I mean, I wonder what he is going to be able to do here in France. He said it was not his strongest track, but I don't think France is actually a difficult track to practice, well, to master. There's not a lot of, well, in sector 3 there is, but sector 2, it is not a track where you're going to lose a lot of time when you make a mistake. Due to so many slow speed corners in sector 3. Sector 2, I mean, what can you do wrong on the main straight and then just those first couple of corners? You're gonna have like a couple of kilometers faster on the main straight if you take that first corner in sector 2 wrong. But around the last corner here for the Red Bull driver, puts himself in P2, 132.0, not too bad. I think he has been lying about the fact he is not good on this track, because, I mean, he's putting himself in P2. And Franzek is going to start this lap here. Let's have a quick look. The Alpine driver, Williams driver actually, reserve driver. He is new to the league since today. He had a free day, a free evening. He has been putting all of his energy into racing last couple of weeks. Last couple of months. I've known him for quite a bit now already. I mean, he's just developed so much. Where did I see him first? I'm not too sure where I saw him first. Oh yeah, in the URC league, the guys who scammed me. And then he came into the... Which league did he come into first? No idea. Oh yeah, IRC I think. Yep, IRC.
what apple
Then
turn
there is just doing very good, and those guys are very experienced, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do here in France. He's not the fastest of the fastest, but I do think he's going to be able to get into the top 5. Because in my opinion, I mean, the Phoenix Racing League has some good drivers, but the overall pace is not comparable to, for example, an F1 Power Grid. Those guys, they were 2 seconds faster in Azerbaijan. Their pole was 2 seconds faster than these guys. Isn't that crazy? I mean, 2 seconds or 1.5, because I know they had like a 138, and these guys at a high 139, so... And Francis puts himself in P5. It is not what I expected. And Francis actually usually very fast driver.
I used to like going in there.
He might be getting some time still off his off his time, of course.
But now,
The Mike is also on the lap. The Mercedes driver, is this his track? That is going to be the question as it comes across the last couple of corners. Dutski has left the session. Not too sure if there's something that happened out there. Comes across the line to put a P1 130.9 as he beats RC. And I totally forgot about the R11 Mike in my predictions. He's been looking very strong recently. He was the race winner in Azerbaijan. He came in second or third. He came in second in Abu Dhabi. Right now he's looking at a pole here in France, Le Castellet, as the city is called. The Grand Prix since 1971, that's not... Well, I was gonna say that's not too long ago, but I wasn't born back then. It took me 30 years later, 32 to be exact, to be born. So yeah, these guys have been racing on this track since 1971, and actually. It is a very great track, and you've got a lot of overtaking opportunities, you've got a lot of battles, but unfortunately, in the actual F1, it's a very difficult track to make an overtake on for some reason. But in league racing, it's always looking like a great track to make battles on and all that stuff. We did saw some carnage with the RC league here. Ooh, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, those guys were just messing around and all that stuff. So yeah, they fucked up their own race, as it is going to be George Matt starting his lap soon, because I'm not too sure if he's going again on these tires. Ooh, he should come in actually, but he's not. He's a savage. He's gonna try to go again. Takes a lot of time to come around the last corner. Does he have a good exit? The R11 Naismith retired from the session. No idea why, because he could just put the corners. Oh, I totally forgot it was going to be full qualifying. Yeah, so those guys are secure of their position, so it is only going to be Define and George Matt who still have to put a good lap on the board here to be not getting dropped out of Q1. And there is a Haas driver who's going a little bit slower, George Matt, who has a lot of pace here in Sector 1, takes the fastest first sector, goes into the second sector with a lot of speed, hopefully enough ERS to use. He's got plenty to spare. I think he has around 60 right now. Ooh, doesn't take too much curve on the inside there, as I think that might be a little bit of a mistake by the Williams driver. And I do see the Williams drivers getting a lot of pace here and getting a good result, either of the two. As George Matt was looking at a fastest first sector in France, and in Transic we know he's a fast driver, we know he can pull it off in the actual race. It all depends on where he starts in the qualifying. Usually when he starts further from the back, he's going to gain a lot of positions, just because he is so frustrated that his qualifying didn't run well, how it usually goes. Right now, George Matt, I mean, it also depends where he ends up on the grid. It is going to be a P5 for the Williams driver, so he's going to be secure of his Q2 position. There are a couple of guys on an outlap right now. I think Divine is also on an outlap. He hasn't started his lap yet. Trots retired from the session. He can be safe. Chartman actually has to come out. He is in the danger zone. P14. And if either Joby, either Divine or Bazin, 2 of the 3 need to improve on Chartman's time to be able to get into Q2. Tutski has joined again. He is in P12, so he can be safe. Because Chartman isn't going to come out anymore. It seems like the Williams drivers and the Aston Martin drivers are having some troubles there in Sector 2. Might have been Joby. It is not going to be Joby. It's the last corner of the track, a little bit interesting. He's going to start his lap right now, and then we have to look at 3 drivers here. Divine, Joby, and Basin. Basin and Joby, who are both in Sector 1 and 2 right now. And then we've got Divine here in Sector 3. He needs to gain some time. I'm going to have a quick look with the lap data. What is it looking like for the Alpine driver? Is he going to be able to get into the top 15 here? Or is he not? Noise job retired from the session. He can be safe in P4. And comes across the last corner here. Main straight. So what is it going to be for the Alpine driver? It is going to be an improvement. It is, but not enough. He is not going to make the cut. That way, I think Chartman can be... Ooh, Basin is improving by 4/10. If he gets a good exit coming out of the last corner, he might be able to get into the top 14. It's going to be enough. He puts himself in P13, and then the only driver who's going to be able to improve, but unfortunately isn't because he invalidated, is going to be Joby. Is he going to go for another run? He's not going to have enough time. Divine is not improving. He doesn't have the DRS. He does have the DRS, but not the ERS, unfortunately, as he was 1.3 seconds slower. And then it's going to be Divine and Joby who are not going to make the cut, unfortunately. These guys will have to sit out Q2 and Q3. With a good result from DRL Mike and RC there, and DRL Naismith, who got a little bit closer to those guys than for example, Appentrots did. And the DRL C Malker, Faulkner. These names, guys. They're getting worse every fucking stream. I swear. How do I pronounce that during a race? I cannot say like DRL C Faulkner who just made a move. That's too long. I need to say DRL or League Rec or Entransaic. But DRL C Faulkner, that is gonna be some struggles. So, Divine is coming into the pits, and that is going to be your Q1 results, actually. And my apologies if I sound a little bit, how do I say this? A little bit, I sound like I'm talking through my nose, but I am actually, because my nose is a little bit, well, I don't know, it's something with the connection between my throat and my nose. There's like 90. It's stuck for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's why I speak a little bit through my nose. Apologies for that. So we're gonna have a little bit of a break here in between Q1 and Q2, and we will be right back with you.
When you're sitting down, it's really cold, but when you're getting from the cold, it's fucking hot. Fucking hell. And oh, jeez. It's like I'm getting in the battlefield in my bedroom because of the fucking, what's it called? Sofa. Yeah. It's like walking through a battlefield. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus. Fucking crap. What's the carrying it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got that to the I had to make sure because I'm going to be locked outside. It's not like Tennyson, where you can just get yourself back in. I'd find it very awkward if I locked myself out here. Especially if I don't know any of them. Okay. Oh. Are you going to the shop?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I am.
Alright guys, we're back with it again here in France, Le Castellet. Hope you guys are having a nice evening. So we're gonna have a quick look how many people are in the stream. I hope we're in 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It might be 3, it might be 2. It is gonna be 6. Oh my days, we are gonna have 6 watchers in the stream. I hope you guys like the new camera settings. I hope it looks a little bit better. It should be. It should be, but it is not always... How do I say this? It's not always how you hope it's gonna be, you know. Yesterday I used some camera settings and they were looking bad. But today... By the way, Chartman, I know you can hear me, you're not out yet. I told you to look at your messenger, and you didn't have a look. You need to give me a thumbs up or something, because I need to know if I'm allowed to do it. So, if I'm gonna be watching the chat right now,
But you're thinking, I
need to see your icon pop up in the message.
Okay, track's quiet right now. Let's get out there.
There we go. It happened. Oh, that's actually funny. Oh, that is actually funny.
Okay.
Alright. League Rec is coming out. There are a couple of guys coming out.
Leave the shop and go bath and watch a movie.
I still need to make that song. I'm saying it every stream. I still need to make that song. But I need to think about what I'm gonna say, because I cannot just say safety car, safety car, safety car. I cannot just say that, you know. It needs to be. There is once again another safety car here in France. And then I will be making some different musics to
I know the team back at the factory have put in a lot of hours getting the car ready for you this weekend, so let's repay them with a really strong performance.
We have a safety car, yellow flags. Yeah, and well, DRL. Wait, no, it's not DRL. Chartman just told me that I need to test out some things. Well, if I need to test it, I should test it. He told me. I'm gonna test out my singing today. With everything that's happening, I'm gonna make a song about it. That would be, oh my days, a musical commentary. That would be amazing. Musical commentary. You know, it's like, we have Lee Greg now coming around the last corner. Yeah. And then every time something happens, just make a music about it. Oh, that would be so annoying. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just having fun here, you know. I hope you guys are having fun too. Probably not hearing me sing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Lee Greg now. Sector 1. He is right behind the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, I don't want to pay like 5 or 6
France.
quid just
Yeah.
to eat it in like
Interesting country. Ah, so is Belgium. So is the Netherlands. Actually, every country is interesting on their own. But, I mean, you know, France. What is happening? What is going on right now in France? I mean, it is an interesting population. They're always having some stuff, no? Like, a couple of years ago, they had the maillot jaune, which is actually, what is it actually called in English? It's like the safety vests, those yellow ones. They had something about that in the news. They were like, ooh, what is it called in English? The gas is too high, lower down the prices. Do. We're all living in a crisis, guys. Not only the French. This was the shit I was talking about that I was going to talk about. This is just need to fill in something in qualifying. I found actually I'm never going to take full qualifying jobs anymore. These are so horrible because there's nothing happening, right? It is just qualifying. And usually it wouldn't bother me if I had like 10 minutes break in between Q1 and Q2 and Q2 and Q3, but it's just straight behind, and I'm looking at just cars doing one lap races actually against themselves for 1 hour straight. Like, we're just in Q2 and we're already 46 minutes into the stream. This is going to be the longest stream ever, even if there's going to be rain. Well, especially if there's going to be rain in the actual race. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close down the stream, cry a little bit, then come back. Just to talk shit again about the French. No, guys, I don't have a hate towards the French. They're very nice people sometimes. If you speak French, you can. It's the same with Belgians, though. Well, Flemish, let's say Flemish. If you don't speak Flemish to Flemish people, you're not their friend. It is what it is. Oh, and by the way, guys, for the guys who were there yesterday, I told there was, I said there was going to be an interview with the guys from Atlas Football. Unfortunately, that didn't go through, because here's a funny story. It always has to happen with me, right? The guy who I had a meeting with, he told me, yeah, it's going to be tomorrow, today. Well, he told me yesterday that it was going to be tomorrow, so today. And I was there. I was like 15 minutes on time. And like the time went past, right? 20 minutes passed. Well, from the moment that I sat here, so it was like 5 past 4. And at the end, I said, yo, I'm already in. And he said like, oh, you are very early, because the appointment was set to Thursday. So I was there on Wednesday, telling him I was already there. I said, oh, the appointment is on Thursday? He said, yeah. I said, yeah, no, you told me it was today. He was like, oh shit, I planned it wrong. And RC, you did something you cannot do. RC penalty. Alright, so my thing, and he told me, oh yeah, can you not just come tomorrow? I said, yeah, no, I can actually. I gave you my schedule, and Thursday is crossed, so. Oh, then he said, oh yeah, let's just take Friday. I mean, mistakes happen, guys. Mistakes happen. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, what can you do about it, right? You need to be organized. When you've got a lot of things going on, you're not always as organized as you are. Because this guy, he's a legend. I swear, he's just, you know, in the business world, you always have to be like polite and like friendly and all this stuff. This guy just, damn, man. This guy is like, yo, man, how you doing? All that stuff, you know, like coming in the American hood, right? You know, what's good, dog? He would say that on the Belgian street. He's like, what's good, dog? All that stuff. Oh, this reminds me, saying this like dog. There is a Netflix series about a basketball team, and I wonder when they're gonna have a third season, because oh my days, that series was legendary. It was like Last Chance University, I think it was called, and then you have the basketball version and the American football version, but the basketball version was so fucking good, man. It was amazing. Nice job. I'm not too sure what's up with him, but he has found the pace here around France. It didn't validate, unfortunately, but he's coming into the pits too. So then it is going to be the R11 coming into Sector 3. He's gonna perform well here. He did put a good qualifying lap in earlier, but I wonder what his qualifying lap is gonna be right now. Coming across the line, 130.9, so he's pretty close to RC, but not close enough. RC, the 15-year-old, or 16, depends on when he was born. If it was before March 29th, he would be 16. If it was after, he would be 15. And his birthday is still up to come. Hello, guys. My name is Thomas Phoebe. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, tomorrow I'm gonna be there, hopefully, because I've got an exam of French on Friday, and it is a very important, because it is, how do I say this? It is a verbal exam, like you need to speak and all that stuff. And I'm not really French gifted. Like, my French is not amazing, and I've got troubles, like, also because of my Tourette's, you know, the French language is just full of questions for me. So I need to succeed this exam, so hopefully I'm gonna be there tomorrow. But let me think. Sunday, I'm not gonna be there. Unfortunately, I mean, you know, when you've got something on the calendar for a long time, you cannot really say no that you're gonna go, right? Retired from the session already. He feels very secure here in Q2. So we've got another couple of guys in the danger zone. Actually, a couple all the way from P11 to P15 as DRL Faulkner comes across the last corner. And is he going to be able to improve? Is he on a fast lap though? Because we've seen this glitch already a couple of times. He is actually going to be into the top 10. He is in P7 right now, gets pushed out of the top 6 as George Matt puts himself in P4. And we are seeing Intronsic struggle here. Interesting things are happening. Because finally I found a league where Intronsic is not beast. And it is the Phoenix Racing League. I think I underestimated these guys. They're looking way faster than they are. Well, than I said they were. Apologies to every Phoenix Racing League guy that's in here. You're doing great. You're doing great. Chartman was actually pretty close to Intronsic. Chartman, you've got some pace around here in France though. Or it's just not Intrinsic's track, that could be too, but I don't think so, because he was pretty fast with the IRC League. Kiwi is in an outlap though, so is Calvert. Husky were already retired. I think he crashed. Or he retired from the session. Oh, I think he retired from the session. Dylan Mike also retired. Yeah, he's good. He can definitely tell that not 9 people are gonna beat this time. There are a couple of Haas drivers up until here in the last sector. Comes across the last corner. Seems like it's going to be cloudy. But E6, not too bad himself. Now Chartman and Intrinsic are in the danger zone, but they might be on wet tire setups. That could be it. That could be it. That could be most definitely it. These guys will be on wet tire setups, because it is going to rain in the actual race, I think, from the information I received. It seems like it's already raining right now. And if that's the case, it would be logical that Intrinsic is a little bit slower. I mean, you know this guy, he's way faster than it feels like right now. I would actually need to have a quick look at the IRC stream to see what his qualifying lap was. Oh, I could do that actually. In between Q2 and Q3? That might be good. That might be great. But he's going to start his lap right now. I'm going to enable the lap data. So I want to have a quick look if he's going to be improving after sector 1 and sector 2. If he is, he just had a bad lap. Improving by 1/10 already. I mean, 110 is not great if you think about it. Are the guys running a low downforce or a high downforce setup? It depends on whether you run speed in the corners or speed on the straight, right? I still have no idea what is or what. If 2/10 of an improvement from Intrinsic, he's gonna get past the R11 Faulkner. If he's gonna get a couple of more tenths here. He's got the Red Bull driver right in front of him. There we go, he goes to the side. I think he just didn't notice that Intrinsic was coming in fast. I think Intrinsic also got a little bit frustrated and distracted by that. Because you saw him take a different lane than he usually takes there into turn 14, I think it is. It's the last corner. Takes a lot of grip around the outside though. That might have been a mistake. Intrinsic with a 131.5, so he's going to improve by 4/10, puts himself in P8. Now we only have Chartman who's going to be able to improve. But it is not going to be enough for the Red Bull driver, unfortunately, and that will be your Q2 qualifying. I will do some research. I will come back to you after the qualifying, and then we are going to be talking about the comparison of Intrinsic right now and Intrinsic where he was in IRC. So we will be right back with you. Let's talk maybe first about the guys who didn't make the cut. We've got John Holmes, Chartman, Basin, Dutski, and Calvert. Who didn't make the cut, unfortunately. John Holmes was pretty close at 131.8 as he missed down on 65 thousandths. It was pretty close for the Ferrari driver, but not close enough. So we will be right back with you, as I said already. Right, guys, I did the research. He had a 31.1. But that might indicate that he is indeed on a wet tire setup. Because he was way slower here in this race. Well, in this qualifying, in Q2. Why don't I just ask him? That could be a good question for the Alpine driver. Alpine driver. Sorry guys, he's an Alpine driver in IRC. It's just because he's a full-time driver there that I'm just always thinking about him during this stream, of course. But here he is a Williams driver. Lee Gregg? No, it is not going to be Lee Gregg. It is going to be Kiwi, who's going to be the first one to start a lap. He is still on an out lap though, so we still have to wait a couple of more minutes, seconds, before he is going to come out of... Well, not because... Oh my days, my English is so bad today. Oh, it's getting late, the exams, all that stuff. It is just a combination of stuff happening in my life. Because I need to... You know, guys, I'm trying to get my driver's license, but there is just no appointment in my driver's license. Like, my temporarily driver's license is gonna be expired in 2 months, so I need to get an appointment before that. But the appointment usually goes 3 months in front, and you don't have any other opportunity. So it's just looking every day at the website of the driver license dudes, and hopefully they still have an appointment free, but I doubt it, because that will be me getting driving lessons. Okay, call Naismith. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And Mike, just Mike. I'm just gonna do whatever I think it's gonna be good. Because, you know, with you telling me now what to say, or like with myself telling me what to say, I'm gonna be thinking throughout the stream, and then I'm gonna be struggling saying those names. It is always the same. She is on the lap though here in Sector 2. And the Alfa Romeo driver, I mean, he's got the pace. He's got the pace here around France, and there's nobody else, I think, that's gonna be getting the pole here. He's just too fast. He's mental. Oh, by the way, Chardman, I'm happy you're gonna join the King of League event. Unfortunately as a reserve, but still a reserve. We're gonna be pending it somewhere at some point. Hopefully. If someone doesn't make the cut. Ooh, 130.7 for the Alfa Romeo driver. AJ the driver has joined too. So we're gonna be with 18 people racing. That is almost a full grid. I didn't expect that today. Actually 16 people for full qualifying is a good rule. It is a good rule. Yeah, I think, in my opinion, a full qualifying is just, for you, boring to look at, and for me, boring to talk about. Because it's just always the same guys setting the fastest lap all over again, and you know who's not gonna make the cut. I'm down as a reserve because I have started to compete in other... Oh, okay. What league are you competing in? Oh my days, noise job. 130.5. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Alpentrotz P3. And Transic, a 131.8. Chardman, is it gonna rain? Is it gonna rain? Let me know, because I wanna know whether Transic is running a wet tire setup or not, because it seems like he is. Looking at his pace, because he's 7th slower than his actual quali pace. Need to know. I need to know ASAP. Please let me know. Road to Racing, another server I help with the settings. Alright. Looks great, looks great. Do you get paid for all those setting things? It would be an amazing job though, just helping set up servers. Take about 1 hour, just get 50 euros for the job. That would be great. I would do it. It would, all my days, I would just fill my life with making servers. It would get a little bit, you know, I would get a little bit bored, but it is, I think it is a job. I think, not too sure. But yeah, just doing that all day, filling up your hours as an extra job, like part-time or a flexi job. I don't know if that's actually, if that has a definition in England, a flexi job. Because in Belgium it's like a job where you are able to work and you don't have to pay taxes. That is a flexi job. But you can only do a couple of hours in a week or in a year. It's a little bit like a student job. A student job is, I think in a year, there was a weather glitch on my game, but I believe it could be dry start, wet middle, and dry finish. Oh. Did Antronsic take a wrong strategy? Or is it just gonna rain so heavily at the end of the race? But I believe it could be a dry start, wet middle, and a dry finish. Yeah, who is doing a great job then? The guys who are running wet tire setup or the guys who are running a dry setup? I think the guys who are running a dry setup, because if it's going to be a little bit more dry than it is going to be raining, you're going to have the benefit. And especially if you're going to be 7/10 slower per lap in the actual race, because we are seeing Intronsic struggle here in the qualifying. He's usually way faster. Of course, he's not going to be beating Noise Job and RC here. But he was going to get into the top 3 with his actual France setup. Right now, I mean, compared to the IRC League, he's 7/10 slower, so that's where I would have placed him. Welcome, Shuki. Shuki! You promised me you were going to be there tomorrow, yesterday. You weren't there. Right now, you are here. I appreciate that. You want to come into the stream? Just say hello to everyone. It would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, you did. You said, oh yeah, I'll come and say hi a couple of times. No, I meant on the talking stream, the talking end. Just say hello everyone. My name is Shuki. I'm Thomas's girlfriend. She's not actually called Shuki, guys. Just so you guys are not thinking like, what kind of name is that? How do I do that? Just go into a messenger call with me and that could be it. This driver is sector. Durfni. No, I'm not gonna allow you to come because you're gonna be like, hello everyone, my name is Shuki. Oh my days. I'm the girlfriend of the one and only famous Phoebe Thomas. Oh my days. No, that's a joke. I'm not famous. But the Earl Naismith puts himself in P3, not too bad. I don't even say that. No, you don't. That's true. Let's get Beer just joined again. Why don't you just go and make my logo? You need to make me a logo, right? Go and make my logo. You've got nothing to do right now. Otherwise you wouldn't be in the stream. Yeah, good idea, right? I know, good idea. Ask me about the details and I will give you them. Gerald Naismith is not going to be able to set another lap, so he's just going to come into the pits. Because he's on all tires though, so going to have a closer look to Faulkner as he comes across the line to probably start his fast lap here. Haas driver looking at a 132.0, which is actually not that great if you compare it to the noise jobs lap. 1.5 seconds slower, and he's only 7 positions separated from the McLaren driver there. On the main straight, I'm gonna put the lap data on again. Yellow flag in sector 2, that is gonna be Appentrotz, who's not gonna be able to finish his lap. He might give his teammate a tow. No, he's not. He's to the side there. It would be nice if he was gonna be giving him a tow. But he's not, so... Where are the questions, Shuki? Where are the questions? I'm waiting. Ask them here though, don't ask them in DMs, because I'm not able to reply. Faulkner! Coming around the last couple of corners. Daryl Naismith and Lee Gregg already finished their qualifying. Lee Gregg not with a great lap. 131.6 as Faulkner comes across the line to set a 131.6. He's not going to improve any positions, but he is going to improve his time by about 4 tenths. What are the details? What do you mean details? What kind of vague question is that? What are the details? What details? You told me, can I make a logo for you? I said yeah, sure. And then you have to ask me questions to know what the details are. You told me to ask you about the details. Yeah. Yeah? Isn't it normal that you ask me about, for example, what does the logo need to say or something? Like, what does it need to look like? Ooh, RC. P1 for the Alfa Romeo driver, not too bad. There Mike comes across the line, he's gonna have a great lap. 130.6, puts himself in P3. And that's gonna be a huge qualifying. Just tell me, I don't know. Like, what are you... Well, it is for a league versus league event.
So we need to go through
which I will be commentating on. This is gonna be your results of Q3. We've got Noise Job in P1, RC in P2. Noise Job in P1, he nearly made it into the pole position there. And then we've got DRL Mike in P3. Further, we've got Naismith, George Matt, Kiwi, and Transic, Appentrotz, Lee Gregg, and Faulkner, who is looking a little bit slower here. And can you tell me where is my car? Hey man, no ID. It doesn't seem to be here, but it is going to be a full qualifying. Summertime issue. Summertime. It is not summertime. It might be in your country, but not here. Oh, summertime. Oh, right. Where is your car? I don't know where your car is. You did join, right? You're AJ the diver? Yeah, you're AJ the diver. You couldn't select your car because you joined in late, so it just gave you the car that you're gonna have to pick. So Shuki, yeah, it is for a racing event. I will be commentating on. It is 3 races. No. Oh, you need to join spectator mode, then yeah, you're gonna be too late right now. You have to join spectator mode. Then you need to go to settings, race director, then you need to go to your Ferrari car probably, and just take control, but you're going to be too late right now. You're going to be too late for that. The event is about racing, so it is 5 leagues competing against each other, and the winner is crowned King of Leagues. So maybe do something. It is called King of Leagues. That's what I told you already 3 times. Sorry if I'm mean. Shuki, I'm sorry if I'm mean. So the abbreviations are KOL. But you can also just put King of Leagues, but I think that would be a little bit too small to have a look at. Tire-wise, we are looking at a medium-hard or hard-medium strategy from a couple of guys. Noise Job, who is going to start on mediums, then we've got DRL Naismith on mediums, Apendros on mediums, Lee Greg on mediums, and then we've got Faulkner on mediums. All the rest are on hards. So this is going to give some great sparks during the actual start of the race, because we're going to have Naismith gain a couple of positions, hopefully on Mike and RC. George Matt, Kiwi and Antransic, who are going to get chased by Apendros, Lee Greg and Faulkner at the first couple of laps, because those medium tires are looking way better in forms than the hard, baby. Cookie, you still there? By the way, I'm gonna be honest if I think it's shit. I'm gonna be totally honest about it. Because you need to learn from your mistakes. When I tell you, oh, this doesn't look good, or this doesn't look good, you just need to accept it. And don't say, oh, but you are so
Rain
difficult.
is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Right, noise, medium tires. Where is he looking in the standings though? We're gonna have, yeah, we cannot use the standings because the standings on the left side of your screen are the ones from Azerbaijan, not from Abu Dhabi. So they're not up to date, unfortunately. Every driver is gonna put themselves on the grid, hopefully make it all happen nice and smoothly. And I wonder when the ring is gonna come out. Ooh, nice job. Nice spin though. Nice 360. Is he gonna do it again? Don't think so. Ooh. Alright, that's not too bad. I think that's a purple one. Everyone is putting themselves on the grid. We've got AlphaTauri driver who's going a little bit slower here. Lee Greg disqualified.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Kiwi is going to put himself on the grid. And I think that's going to be your last driver. So we're going to have green flags, except for AJ the diver here. We're going to be looking in a POV view. It is season 6, round 11 of the French Grand Prix here in the Phoenix Racing League. It's 5 red lights and away we go with a decent start from Noise Job there, but he's getting overtaken by RC already into the first corner. Then we've got DRL Mike in P3. What is Noise Job going to do? He's going to defend the inside there. He's going to take the position. Although RC, they're going side by side, but Noise Job takes the position as he is on medium tires. He's going to have better exit throughout the corner. Then we've got Antransic getting overtaken down the inside by Naismith there. A little bit of an interesting move by the Mercedes driver, but he was on medium tires, so he could have taken the risk there, as it was good anticipation from the Williams driver. Now Antransic is making an overtake on Lee Greg. Lee Greg, the Red Bull driver, in P9, Faulkner in P10. Then we've got Chardman in P11. He's trailing a little bit there. Basin is trying to cut the gap. And then we've got Calvert down the inside here off turn whatever. He's to make the move around the outside, but it's not going to work there, unfortunately, for the Aston Martin driver. Now getting chased by Tutski Beard. We have the McLaren driver trying to... Ooh, Aston Martin down the inside there of the Ferrari driver, and that's a beautiful move, as Tutski is going to have a better exit coming out of that corner. Now takes the inside line, and that's going to be beautiful move from Tetsky. George Matt,
Right,
who has
let's
lost a
focus
couple of
now for the
positions,
rest of the
now is
race.
getting overtaken. Down the inside by Tetsky. He's just going to sort his car right behind the McLaren driver. And that's going to be a great couple of moves from Tetsky there. Apatros, who's getting overtaken, who's having a little bit of a battle with Entransic here. They're going side by side. Apatros just has to wait one more turn, although Naismith and Kiwi are having a battle up front there. Oh, Kiwi loses his car, and now Apatros has a good run coming out of that corner. He is on medium tires, so he's going to make it easily work for himself, and then Intronsic just has to deal with it. You know, you are on hard tires, you're going to be the slower car at the moment. Ooh, nice job, loses his car, and that is very important for this race, because he was your race leader. Now Intronsic makes the move around the outside, and he's going to be losing a couple of positions here. Nice job, he went all the way from P1 to P6. George Matt, who's making a move on Tutsky. Tutsky was trying to make a move back though, but it's not going to work. George Matt, who has kept the position, P9 for the Williams driver right now. Here at the back, we are looking at a move from AJ the diver on Faulkner. Now tries to make the cutback work. The switchback, apologies, cutback, switchback, it's all the same. But it didn't happen, unfortunately. Looking back at Tutsky here, right behind the Williams driver, it's not going to be working. And Tutsky told me to look at every battle on track, so that's what I'm doing right now. But we don't want to switch too many times. So we need to focus on what's happening. The noise job pretty close to Intransit, and he's gonna have a good exit coming out of this corner. But so is Intransit, but he is on a rainy setup, so he's gonna have less straight line speed. And noise job is gonna get the benefit out of that. Now makes the move down the inside. DRS is enabled as we are going into turn 3, lap 3 out of the 27.
The car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
It's going to be moved on. Lead right now. The Red Bull driver right behind Intronsic. That is going to be his next victim. Lee Craig's victim, of course. Intronsic is running hard tires. Lee Craig is running mediums. Now looking at Tutsky here, trying to close down the gap to George Matt. George Matt, who has the DRS here from Chartman. 210 separated between the two. Ooh, George Matt might have taken a track invalidation there. There are some battles at the back of the grid, but we cannot focus on that right now. Although these guys still going side by side here, like we saw last lap. It is a battle between the hard tire driver and the medium tire driver, and it seems like the hard tire driver has won the position. AJ the driver on hard tires. I think it is going to be easier to use the hards going further into the race, because they don't heat up that much, and they last a little bit longer. Here, George Matt pretty close to Chartman. 2/10 is going to have a good run. Is Chartman having the DRS? It seems like it. So he's just going to be driving a little bit further. Who has the DRS out of these two? It seems like that's going to be AJ the diver. Although, who has the DRS? Where can I see that? I can't see it anywhere. Interesting. George Matt. So, around the outside. He's going to try and make a move here in turn 7. Ooh, not taking a track invalidation there. It was pretty close. But Chartman always has better straight line speed for some reason. Mercedes drivers having a little bit of a battle. Switched positions as Naismith is trying to close down the gap between himself and RC. As it is only 6/10, but he should be the faster driver as he is on medium tires. And I think that's what Mike already knew. Ooh, and George Matt finally made the move on Chartman. There is a yellow flag in sector 2. That is going to be AJ the diver. Devine is making the move, and Joby now trying to make the move around the outside, and that's going to be moved on for the Aston. Although Devine is fighting back, and he's going to be getting that position back. P14 for Devine here. The Alpine driver is doing an amazing job. Going back here, Dutski is pretty close to Chartman. He's going to try and get the corner a little bit to get a better exit. But the more you touch that curve down the inside, the more you're going to slow down. Once again, a yellow flag here. And Tranzik losing a couple of positions. And as there is a battle going on here in front of George Matt, it is his teammate who is battling with Lee Gregg. Dutski is still pretty close to Chartman. Appentrots is also pretty close to Noise Job here. His Noise Job already gained a couple of positions since his last crash. He was dropped back to P6 or 7. Right now, already in P4. George Matt loses his car. Where's the yellow flag in sector 2? Oh, Appentrots tries to make the move down the inside there. That's going to be moved on. Although the Mercedes driver, the McLaren driver, apologies, is fighting back. And they're going side by side, but Nose Job has a better exit coming out of that corner. That's going to be moved on. Chartman and Dutski are having a battle here. Dutski has made the move back again onto Chartman. Appentrots were still pretty close. Tries to make a move down the inside, but it's not going to work there. Does he have a better exit coming out of this corner? It doesn't seem like it, as he has a little bit of a snap. Around the last corner here for the Haas driver. Takes a lot of curve down the inside, and I'm not too sure why people do that actually, but the more you take the curve down the inside, the less speed you're going to have, and it appears like Naismith has made that move back again on RC, as RC finds himself in a Mercedes sandwich right now. I'm gonna be sipping a little bit of water, guys. Apologies if I miss an overtake, but I'm so thirsty. It is Wednesdays, Fridays. Well, Wednesdays, Fridays, like French fries, you know. Wednesdays, Fridays, and with fries there is salt, and with salt your mouth is always thirsty. So there's once again a yellow flag, and that appears to be George Matt in P16. Unfortunately, he is gonna Kimi now down the inside of Basin, and that's moved on. That is moved on for the AlphaTauri driver. Finding Faulkner, who are having a battle here. Yeah, it appears like Divine is still up front, even with Faulkner being on medium tires. And Tranzik is having troubles keeping Dutski behind, although Dutski is 1.4 seconds behind. I'm not too sure what happened there. Going back to Basin. So I'm going to have a quick look at the position changes here. See who has gained a couple of positions. It appears like Basin has gained one. Ferrari driver is trying to make something succeed, as Faulkner is going down the inside here of the last couple of turns. It's a track invalidation probably. He has finally made the move. Who is going to have the DRS? Let's have a quick look with the telemetry. And it appears like it's going to be Divine, but he's not going to close down the gap. Faulkner now has taken a good distance between himself and Divine. Now DRL Mike pretty close to RC, and it appears like Naismith really has the pace today on these mediums. Already has a gap of 1.1 seconds, and the more RC is going to battle with Mike, the more that gap is going to expand. Mike 2 seconds, 2 tenths, 1 tenth. He's going to throw his car down the inside here.
5 minutes until rainfall expected.
Almost
5
a touch
minutes
there.
till rain.
Almost
Okay,
a little bit of
dry
wheel
seems like
banging.
the best tyre for now.
Both drivers on hard tires, as they're really having some troubles. Not keeping it clean, but keeping up with the pace of DRL Naismith. And these medium tires, I think they will be gone around lap 12-13. Then the guys should be switching over to the hard tires, but they will be boiling already. Franzik is pretty close to Lee Gregg here, and we're seeing the second penalty already. Joby, who has a 3-second time penalty, unfortunately. And it is going to be John Holmes with the first one, actually, in P17. He's trailing by 11 seconds on George Matt, so I don't think he's going to make a good amount of points here in France. The overall Mike still pretty close to RC, as it seems like the grid has spread out a little bit. The only 2 battles, or the only 3 battles actually, is Oppentress has caught up with Noise Drop. And Mike down the inside here, he's gonna back out of the move. Or he's gonna try and make it down the inside, but it's not gonna work. RC with some beautiful defense there. Franzik now in P7, I mean, 5 tenths behind, that's doable. Even on the hard tires, with Lee Gregg being on mediums. I think if he can keep up the pace like this, he's most definitely going to gain a couple of positions at the end of the race, as he will be on medium tires, so the faster tire. And it all depends on when the rain is going to come. If the rain is going to come in a couple of minutes, I think these medium tire drivers are in the benefit. They're having the advantage, but if it is going to be taking a couple of more minutes, let's say around lap 17, these hard tire runners might be having the advantage. So they can just switch over from the hard tires to the intermediates. And we saw some interesting strategies in Singapore yesterday, with the guys coming into the pits when the safety car was coming out. They went onto the intermediate tires while it was not raining, but it got really rainy, and they had a lead of 13 seconds after the safety car. We now make the move on Calvert. Fortunately, I missed that all my days. There's too many moves. Ooh, RC now having a battle with Mike. He's getting pushed wide a little bit there. Oh, my face. I'm always missing those battles for some reason. RC is going to try and make the move back again. Tries it 3 tenths, 4 tenths. Not going to be close enough, but RC now tries to make a move around the outside. So Mike is going to make the position happening. He's indeed. RC is going to try and throw it down the inside there. And he's going to be gaining the position there, going side by side into the last sector. Watch out, there's an Alfa Romeo next to you. RC takes the curve, takes a wide line though, so he's gonna have a better exit also with that DRS. He doesn't have any ERS left though. Mike still has 14%. RC is gonna try and go down the inside. It seems like it's raining already, guys. So the medium tire winners have taken the right guess, although it depends on how heavy it's gonna rain and how long it is going to take before the DRS is going to come out again. These guys are having a beautiful battle right now. Yellow flag in sector 3, and that is going to be John Holmes, I think. That is indeed going to be John Holmes. He has a 3-second time penalty on top of that. We now pretty close to Calvert. We might be able to see a move here coming onto the long straight. It is raining quite heavily though, so we are seeing Kimi struggling here on the hard tires. The Transit pretty close to Lee Gregg too. John Holmes has left the session, unfortunately. He didn't think like he was going to score a lot of points here, as it seems like in Transit made the move down the inside there, and that is going to be move done for the Williams driver. He will gladly take P6 into his bag. And now his next target is going to be Alcantara. There is a difference of 4.5 seconds though. TV, who's still pretty close to Calvert, he has made up a lot of time on the Aston Martin driver down the main straight. Joran Naismith already coming into pits. He thinks the safety car, well, the rain is not too wide, and it is going to be getting wet pretty soon, as it is also going to be Lee Gregg coming into the pits, including Kiwi. Faulkner has a 3-second time penalty, as I think he already has a couple of penalties, to be exact. RC and DRL Mike are still having a battle. And I mean, the Mercedes guys did need to do something strategy-wise, just send one guy in early, because you're gonna be double stacking otherwise, and one driver will have to wait, and it would have probably be Mike, and he's the faster out of the two. So yeah, seeing him battle RC right now was a great job. Nice job, he was making move on Appentrotz here. But still trying to get past. It's not going to work, unfortunately. And I wonder when the DRS is going to get disabled, because it is looking a little bit slippery here in Le Castellet circuit. Paul Ricard. Ooh, Appentrotz. Tries to go down the inside. It's not going to be working there, as he didn't have the right line coming into that corner. Coach Matt has left the session. He was all the way in P15. And you know, the guys at the back, I always feel for them. They're just having a good race. They're just trying to hold up strong and get a couple of points on the board for the team. DRS is disabled right now, so the guys who haven't come into the pits yet, you missed your chance. I wonder if Naismith is gonna get a couple of tenths on these guys, because they haven't come in, so they are probably gonna lose a couple of seconds, and a lot of guys with a 5-second time penalty speeding in the pit lane, including Chardman, including Basin, I think, if I was not mistaken. It is looking really wet here in France. Down the main straight, you can really see those puddles. Appentrotz being pretty close to. Nice job here. There are a lot of people coming into the pits, and I want to look at where DRL Naismith is going to come out. Kiwi with a 3-second time penalty. Appentrotz down the main straight. He's not having the help of DRS, of course. The DRS has been disabled. These guys are now coming into the pits. They're gonna be struggling here doing this long right-hander. CMP2, they don't seem to come in yet, although they're probably coming in right now. They are indeed. Ooh, nice job. Almost, a little bit of a, how do you call that? Like a maneuver. Alright, now DRL Naismith, where is he gonna come out? Is it gonna be in front of RC or behind RC? It's gonna be behind. It's gonna be way behind. Although down the main straight, it might be, no, it's gonna be way behind. His tires are already heated up though, but I think he came in one lap too early. Oh! Mike! He's gone already! Oh, and RC too! Oh my days! These guys are not used to the intermediate tires. Well, it is going to be Naismith back again in the lead with his teammate right behind. Nice job in P3. RC in P4, who's getting chased by Appentrotz. The two championship leaders in P1 and P2. Oh, Appentrotz is lagging a little bit. Appentrotz is lagging a little bit. 3-second time penalty for Calvert. Now down the main straight, who has the most pace? Is Antransic going to have the benefit here of running this intermediate setup? Well, this wet setup. He is looking at a P7 right now, and we will be seeing the difference of his setup. Within a couple of laps, he's going to gain a positional lead rack. Coming out of the corner, he seems a little bit faster, but down the main straight, he really doesn't have that main straight line speed. RC, that's a big one. 3-second time penalty for the Alfa Romeo driver. Seems like Antransic is the only one within 1 second. Also, Appentrotz seems to be pretty close to RC. But we want to focus on the Williams driver right now, who finds himself within 5 tenths of lead rack. Is League Rec also using an intermediate, well, a wet tire setup? It does appear like these guys are gaining some time on the guys up front. Although, League Rec is losing a couple of tenths down the main straight here. Into the corner. Well, yeah, they're always going into the corner, but as I said already, rain is just a very difficult factor to deal with in an actual race. DRL Mike was gaining some time on DRL Naismith. These guys, they know each other for a long time already, I'm pretty sure of that. As they're going P1 and P2 right now, and if they can keep up the pace, it would be...
ETA on this rain clearing up in about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well.
Good points for Mercedes. Let's call it like that. Noise job, Racing P3. Trying to gain a couple of tenths.
Lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
It's not going to be enough yet. So who out of the two Mercedes is going to defend? Is it going to be Naismith? Is it going to be Mike? Are they going to battle it out though? I think Mike is. He's going to try and make a move down the outside. He's now backing out of the move in the inside corner. Thanks to that battle, Noise Job has gotten into the 1 second, so he's gonna be using a little bit of slipstream. Mike now has made the move on Naismith. All Naismith has to do right now is just defend the hell out of his car on the McLaren driver. That's all he can do. Naismith also has a 3-second time penalty, so... But it is going to be a four-way battle here between DRL Mike, DRL Naismith, Noise Job, and RC.
Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 7.6 seconds.
Noise Job, down the main straight. Is he going to be making the move? He's going to try to go down the inside. Naismith is going back onto the racing line as the McLaren driver is not close enough. And it appears like Intrinsic really cannot keep up the pace with League Rec. I mean, he can, but it's just close enough. Like, they're always around 7 or 6 tenths. Noise Job tries to go around the outside as Naismith keeps the position. Noise Job takes a wide line going into this corner as he has a better exit, although he's not going to be able to make the move. Naismith goes around the last corner here. Noise Job has a better exit. He has a better exit. ER is enabled. So is Naismith's probably. Noise Job, is he going to make it? He goes around the outside. His car is alongside the Mercedes driver. Ooh, yeah, I saw this coming from miles away. Noise Job just...
Yellow flag.
That wasn't the corner to make the move, but I think Naismith could have left some space too. Yeah, that's a racing incident in my opinion. There's not much that he could have done there. Neither did the Mercedes driver, because if he would have gone a little bit wider there, it would have been him crashing out, of course. Now, RC is pretty close to Naismith. And the Mercedes driver did a good job creating distance between himself and Mike, as he has a 2-second difference. 2 seconds. Yeah, that was the word I was searching for. Now, Intrinsic has gained a couple of tenths here. In sector 2, they're coming around this little chicane here. 6 tenths, I mean, it's really difficult keeping up with the pace of the guy up front in a rainy race. I mean, RC is doing a great job. 3 tenths behind Naismith. Naismith has to try and get the best out of his car here in France, as it is going to be... Ooh, Intrinsic just made the move. You can see that happen, and now RC is gonna have a good exit coming out of that corner, but he's not gonna be close enough. Maybe down the main straight. Tutski has caught up with Lee Greg and Intrinsic. He might be running a wet tire setup too. He has good exit coming out of the corners. He's running no traction control, no racing line, no ABS, nothing.
Well done, but be
As he
aware
decided
these tyres need
to
to get us to the end of this race.
delete all assists here from his racing sim. And I mean, that's a great gesture, because he was looking already really fast, but right now, I mean, with no settings, he's looking even faster. At P8 right now, right behind Lee Greg. We know Lee Greg is a fast driver, and if you can keep up with Lee Greg without assists, you are an amazing driver. And again, sorry guys if I sound annoying, like if you're annoyed with me, but my nose is just so, it is so annoying. That's why I'm talking through my nose instead of my mouth. For some reason, I don't know which one. RC down the inside there, a little bit of glitching going on, but it seems like he has made the move. Although Naismith is going to try and fight back, just create that gap between Mike and Naismith, as he's doing an absolutely amazing job. Already 4 seconds between Mike and RC, and I think that should be enough. RC has made the move though. Naismith, is he going to try and make the move back again? He has the ERS, he has a little bit of slipstream, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. Now Tutski, right behind the Red Bull driver. Down the main straight. Does he have a good exit? It seems like it, but it's not going to be enough. Although he's gaining pace. He's gaining pace. He is gaining, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to brake really early, mainly because he doesn't have a racing line to work with, especially here in the rain race, as there is an Aston Martin causing yellow flags in sector 2 to be exact. Apologies. It seems like Tutski is really gaining some time here in sector 2.
I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. And the
As you
gap
can
behind
see,
us
he's
is
within
8.8
3 tenths.
seconds.
He's not going to be close enough though. He's just going to keep it clean and smooth with the brake. Has a good exit, and that's going to be moved on Lee Greg. Lee Greg, who's going to... Oh, I think he's going to let him go through. Lee Greg, who's just slowing down a little bit to let Tutski go, because he knew he was going to even lose more time on battling Tutski, and then just let Intrinsic go. And right now they can just both go to Intrinsic and try to close down the gap, as Intrinsic is the main target of Tutski there, as Appeltrots finds himself really close to Naismith. Not close enough though. It seems like there is a really big distance from RC to Mike. 4.6 seconds, and it's still growing, as it already went to 4.7 right now. Going back to Lee Greg and Tutski here. Lee Greg seems to be losing the slipstream of the Dutch driver. Joby with the 3-second time penalty, and there's a lot of people with a penalty. There's a lot of people with penalties. Appeltrots 3 tenths behind Naismith. And it appears like Faulkner has caught up to Calvert. Joby retired from the session, so we might be seeing a safety car. He is in sector 3, not sure what happened there, as he might have just retired from the race? On track? Interesting. Yeah, he just retired on track, Joby. And he has left the session too. Alright. You do what you do, you know. You do what you want to do. Let's have a quick look at the penalty situation. 3 seconds for RC, 3 seconds for Naismith. And that is going to play into the favor of Appeltrots here. He cannot battle too much with Naismith though, because he would lose the toe and the 3 seconds on RC. And whenever that's the case, I mean, he needs to get points on the table for the championship. And the more he's going to be losing here in France, the more he needs to win in the last race of the season.
Okay, I think the track's going to be drying out quite
which is
soon.
going to be a sprint.
You don't burn out your tyres.
Appentrot's 5 tenths. He is 2.8 seconds behind RC. So he can really not lose the toe of the Mercedes driver, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Faulkner, 11 seconds though, that is a lot. So I don't think he's very experienced in a rainy race. Haas driver now down the main straight. He's really losing some time down the main straight coming out of that last corner. Nice job. Has cut down the gap between himself, Appentrotz and Naismith, as he's finding himself 5 tenths behind the Haas driver. There's still 7 more laps to go. There's about 10 more minutes of racing here if there's not going to be a safety car.
7.8 seconds.
These guys are finding themselves pretty close to each other. Nice job. Might be able to make the move on Appentrotz. And it all depends on who is going to catch the first safety, the first penalty, and it is going to be Appentrotz. As I said it, he was going to cut it. He was gonna, yeah, cut the corner. I mean, it's not cut the corner, but cut the track limits.
5 seconds.
Oh, this is so annoying, guys. So yeah, it is. Now he doesn't have the benefit anymore on RC, but I don't think he was going to make it anyway, as he is finding himself already 3.4 seconds behind, as Faulkner now has made the move around the outside, although Calvert takes the position back, and hopefully these two are not going to have a collision, because Calvert, this is not your race to, well, this is not your battle to make, because Faulkner just has 3 more seconds of a penalty compared to him. They're still battling here, coming around the last corner. It seems like Faulkner has a better exit coming out of that corner there. Now he has the slipstream, 3 tenths. It's not going to be enough, but he can most definitely wait for the main straight coming out of turn 7. Maybe already here. No, it's not gonna be enough. As these guys are finding themselves pretty close to it. Appentrotz, who is 2 tenths behind Naismith, and I think he has to go for a dive if he wants to make the move for it. Maybe in turn 13 though, that might be a good one. Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for it, and he has made the move onto Gerald Naismith, although these guys, I mean, what I've seen from Appentrotz, he is lagging a little bit, but he also has some snaps every now and then, so look, noise drop, into the wall, he has a broken front wing, and here's the thing, I don't think that was Appentrotz's fault. I think he just got distracted by what was happening in front, and he just lost his own car there. So Appentrotz still 3 tenths behind Naismith. He's not going to be able to make the move here either. And it seems like Faulkner is losing the toe of Calvert, the Aston Martin driver back in P11 and P12. Moore's job is getting dropped back all the way to probably P11. As the Aston Martin driver and the Haas driver are both coming into the pits. As I think it stopped raining and the track might be dry again. So these guys just went for dry tires. As you can see, Noise job onto soft tires, Kiwi onto mediums. Your Naismith, who is already on the 11-lap-old intermediates, might be having the benefit here, because the more your intermediates are going to be used in dry weather, the better they're going to be. Because if you use intermediates a lot, they're going to be turning into hard tires. As crazy how it sounds, it is going to be indeed that way. Faulkner now has made the move on Calvert. Calvert, who retired from the session, coming into turn 1. Faulkner, who has a 3-second time penalty. On top of it, Apetrots now has made the move on D.R. Naismith before the pit lane was there. That was a risky move by the Haas driver, but he needs those points as D.R. Mike is going on to soft tires. Kiwi has a 10-second time penalty for cutting corners. Alright, that is interesting. That is really interesting. Chartman with a 3-second time penalty. These guys are all catching penalties for some reason. Or sealing into the mediums. Ooh, that might have been a mistake by the game. As he's now getting chased by Apetrots really fast in my opinion. Although they're now coming out of the pit lane, so we are looking at a distance for 5 seconds. And I think that's too difficult for just for the Haas driver to gain if you're only 4 laps driving anymore. And Kiwi now with a 5-second time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. He might retire from the race here. Not too sure why he's putting the corners and speeding in the pit lane. Interesting figure, Kiwi. Our driver is causing yellow flags in sector 1. And I think that must be Basin. And everyone is on soft tires except for RC and George Matt. George Matt, who still has to come into the pits to select soft tires. And whoever is going to score the fastest lap here is going to... What is Kiwi doing? What is Kiwi doing? Look, what is he doing? He's coming into the pits just... I have no idea. I have no idea. What is he doing? This is so strange. Now puts the corner again, puts the corner again. Disqualified from the session, received multiple penalties. Safety car? Imagine if that would happen. He would get kicked from the lead, right?
5 laps of fuel remaining.
No idea. Well, let's move on. Litsky is pretty close to transit. 3-second time penalty for Basin.
Okay, gap ahead is 14.2 seconds.
Well, this is not looking too bad for Mike here. I think he's gonna get another race win. Of course, here in France, as we've got Noise Job. He crashed out again. Does he have front wing damage? It doesn't appear like it. He's gonna cut a couple of corners as he's got Intransic right on his tail right now. 5-second time penalty for Basin, speeding in the pit lane as he retired from the session. Intransic was trying to make a move down the inside, but Kiwi also left the session. Intransic now 3/10 behind Noise Job, and who is gonna get the P5 position here? They're going to score a lot of points, and hopefully a lot of points for the championship. Speed also pretty close to Intransic. It is going to be a 3-way battle with 2 McLarens and a Williams driver. There is a McLaren sandwich happening, as you can see on screen. Still 2 more laps to go after this one. Well, 3 to be exact. Oh, Mike with a 3-second time penalty. That's a big one. Also, Titsky has a 3-second time penalty. DRS has been enabled again. Franzik now trying to close down the gap, but it seems like he's struggling a little bit as Noise Job really has the pace here around France. We saw that in the qualifying, we saw that in the race. Unfortunately, he's not that consistent, because otherwise he would have had a lot of battles.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Speed pretty close to Intransic. Now DRS is enabled. Is he going to be making the move down the inside? Intransic is going to defend the inside line Dusky is just going to go around the outside, and he has made the move work onto the Williams driver. Is Intronsic going to battle back? I wonder. It's not going to be enough though, 2 tenths. And yes, he doesn't have much in straight line speed, so he's most definitely not going to gain it in sector 2, but maybe in sector 3 here, as this is a very technical sector where you need a lot of downforce, I think it's called. Aerodynamics, whatever it's called. Here on Mike with the fastest lap. Because I think RC has made a little bit of a... I mean, the thing is, I don't think he has made a mistake. Going on to medium tires is, in my opinion, a good decision, because you've got less chances of spinning. Noise drop of 132.8. Going at it, and the fastest lap time here around France is 132.7. I think that's set by Max Verstappen 2 years ago. I wonder if these guys are going to be able to beat that time based on this left session. As Intronsic finds himself right within 1 second of Ditsky, but he has dropped back already, and I don't think he's going to have the DRS here. Although maybe 9.5 tenths, he's going to have the DRS, so he's going to come a little bit closer. But Ditsky has the straight line speed, and he's only going to lose a couple of tenths on Intronsic here. That will not make it for Intronsic, and I think he's got to be happy with P7 here in P2. And I think he just had the wrong setup selected for some reason, because he was 7th, then slower in the race. He was not really gaining any time in the wet tire situation, so I don't think he went for a wet tire setup either, because otherwise he would have been way faster and really gained a lot of positions, but he didn't. Looking at the position changes, he just didn't gain any position compared to Ditsky, who has gained 8. Who's going to be your biggest winner of the evening, so I called that correct. Well, I called that. Nice. I also said RC was going to win the race. He's going to be in P2. Alpedotcher is going to be your biggest loser. No, who did I say was going to be your biggest loser? I don't remember. It appears like that's going to be out of the ones who are going to finish. It is going to be George Matt. He has lost 8 positions though.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Intronsic now a little bit closer to Ditsky. Still 1 more lap to go. It's not going to be close enough there, but he's going to make that position back up due to penalties, if he's not going to catch any penalties here in the last couple of sectors, of course. It would be devastating for the Williams driver. He's driving an alright race, and just not getting that extra position would be a little bit frustrating. He's not going to be able to make the move though. Naismith did catch up to Appentrotz a little bit though. 1.1 seconds. He gets caught up as your race winner DRL Mike already came across the finish line. RC in P2. And we've got Appentrotz followed by Naismith in P3 and P4. We've got Noise Job. He's got to be happy with a P5. Had a couple of spins. He had the fastest lap here in the qualifying, but he's got to be happy with a P5. I mean, you are going to be having a couple of spins, crashing yourself out a couple of times. I mean, not crashing yourself out on purpose, but if it was a mistake, then, I mean, P5 is still good. You're still going to get a couple of positions. He might get a 5-second time penalty, but that's not going to... Oh, that is going to affect him, as he's going to drop down 1 position to Intronsic, so Intronsic is going to get into P5, no drop into P6. Ditsky in P7, then we've got Lee Greg in P8. Charlton in P9, Faulkner in P10, Define in P11, AJ the Diver in P12, and George Matt in P13. Define is the only one who still has to come across the line. He is in Sector 3 right now. RC already left the session. Everyone needs to go to sleep. That was a go, guys. Apologies. coming across the line here for the Alpine driver. And what is it going to be? Is it going to be a fastest lap? No. But yeah, that was your France Grand Prix, French Grand Prix, France Grand Prix, whatever it's called. It was a very long stream, 2 hours and 5 minutes, as you had a full qualifying and a 50% race with rain, so that's always going to give you that, as your driver of the day is going to be Dutski Beard. And these are going to be your standings for today, as the Mercedes driver comes out of the pit lane to receive his trophy. And you've got your Mike in P1, RC in P2, and to finish off your podium, you've got Apentros, and you have Naismith, Noise Job, Entronzik, Dutski, Lee Craig, Chartman, Faulkner, Divine, AJ the Diver, Georgeman. And you've got Basin, Calvert, Joby, John, and Kiwi, who didn't make it until the end of the finish line. So, well, until the end of the race, fortunately. So, these guys are going to be getting no points. But it is only one more race after this one. So who is going to get crowned your champion of the Season 6? Is it going to be RC or is it going to be Apentros? It all will depend on the last race of the season. Gonna have a quick look at what race that is going to be. Looking at the calendar, it is going to be Japan. So a good racing track with a sprint race, so double points for those two. And it will be... Wait, my mouse is not working for some reason. There we go. Oh, my hair looks so awful. Alright. Guys, apologies for the hair, but look at it. I thank you very much for watching. It was an honor being your commentator today once again. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it very much. There was not very much people in the stream. Well, in the qualifying there was, unfortunately. During the race there wasn't. Also because I didn't have a lot of conversation with you guys. That's my fault. But I thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys tomorrow with the IRC League. So it is going to be Saudi Arabia. Good track. And I hope I get you guys tomorrow. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. Peace out.
Yeah, too late.
You called the weather correct, indeed. Peace out.
You can join me Friday as I compete with Road to Racing, a new league, at Canada. So join me 7:30 Friday.